Yo guys, Neb here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a full guide on qualifying for the finals of the Chapter 3 Season 2 Duo Cash Cups. This video is going to be very structured, hence I've got all the timestamps on the timeline for you guys. So if you already know something I'm saying, then feel free to skip on to the next part of the video. Just before we get into it guys, also I'm very close to 2,000 subscribers and it would mean a lot if you guys could help me get there. And yeah guys, let's get into the video. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about the format and the structure of the tournament. So going on to the Duo Cash Cups, as you can see here, the point system is exactly the same as last season, and what that means is points will be very similar when trying to qualify for the finals. However, with the first couple of rounds, it will be slightly lower than last season due to the shorter amount of time that people have had to get to champs. For you guys who don't know, it's always going to be top 50 on every region to qualify for the round 2, and in round 2, the prize pool goes as such: 500 for top 40. And that's split between a duo, all the way up to $2,500 for first place. In the finals, the point system is also slightly different, with 32 points for a win and 3 points per kill. And obviously that is slightly different to the round 1 where you have 25 points per win with only 1 point per kill, as it's a lot easier to get eliminations. So guys, now we've talked about the format, now let's go over how you want to play out your games. So from looking at the game histories from people replacing cash cups from last season, there's kind of two ways to go around how you're playing your games out. The first way is going for a big 25 kill win in game 1 and maintaining high elo for the rest of the tournament, and that works very well for people who are good at stacked lobbies but are also good W keyers. If you adopt this playstyle but say fail your first game of trying to get that high kill win, I recommend trying it one more game, and if you fail that, then start playing for endgame, as you don't want to waste any more than 3 of your games within your cash cup. For the second playstyle, and I reckon it's going to be the best one which most players take up, it is basically going for a very average game 1 and then maintaining consistency, finally shooting up at the very end of the tournament to qualify. The only downside to this is that you normally need a good last game to qualify, unless from all your consistent games you manage to rack in enough points to have already qualified and just try to get more points and get a better placement from the last game. The main advantages of this playstyle is that you normally have a lot of games left, so you can spend short times in games going for big risky plays trying to get enough loot, and if you don't have the loot you can get in a new game, restart it. But the games you play out, you normally do a lot better in, as you've taken those risks for the launch pads, for all that good loot that you need to win. If you guys play this playstyle, then I recommend practicing consistency in scrims. Always give yourself a target of placement and do everything possible to reach it. And this is like your last game when you set a goal for where you need to place in order to qualify. So now you know what kind of playstyle you need to play for. I'm now going to be talking about how you guys can prepare for the duo cash cups. First of all, if you and your duo had a drop spot last season, I recommend using it this season as well, especially if it worked out for you. And this is because due to the little map changes there's been in Chapter 3 Season 2, you guys will have a big advantage going into this season where there'll be a lot of new droppers at your spot, so you'll be a lot more experienced and able to win more often. In terms of the first few tournaments of every season, normally players go through a cycle where they have to readapt. Every single season they make similar mistakes, whether it be inconsistencies in mentality or anything else like that, and that is just purely because they've been out of tournaments for a while. This has been a problem that's affected me a lot, and this season, to combat this problem, I'm going to be trying some War Legend Cups and Rematch Cups and get my head in that mentality of tournaments, ready for when Cash Cups come. If you guys are watching after the first Cash Cup, then I recommend going on to the previous week of the Duo Cash Cup and finding a duo within the top 50. If you're watching before the first Cash Cups, however, you can obviously go on to previous seasons' leaderboards and watch the replays there. I've said this before, but also try to look for a duo with a copyable playstyle, something that you could repeat yourself without crazy 50 bombs at the start of the tournament. When looking at their replays, try to VOD review some things that they're doing different to yourself and try to implement it into your game. Say every single game they're rotating via car or boxing up on rifts, then try to copy that into your own mid-game plan and see how it helps. So guys, now for the last bit of the video, I'm now going to be talking about some relevant tips to this season for duos. First thing is to definitely carry the combat SMG. It's super busted, and with double spray methods in duos, it's definitely going to be super broken. In endgame, you're going to be able to save a lot of mats if you get very used to sprinting and also doing parkour. On 50-50 rotates and in first moving, for example, you can literally just run into zone and save so much more mats than you would have done last season. The last thing I'm also going to be saying is you need to be rotating through cannons. With the addition of cannons, it allows you guys to spend so much more time looting, as with one cannon shot you can literally rotate to a whole zone. Boxing up on them in mid-game is also super overpowered, as you can obviously make it straight into the next zone whenever you like. And you can also avoid getting unnecessarily W keyed. So guys, that's been it for this video. As I said at the start, we're really close to 2k subscribers, and it'd be really great if we could hit it before the end of this season. If you enjoyed the video and it helped you out a lot, then don't forget to comment down below, as I respond to every comment on the channel. And yeah guys, thanks for watching the video.